Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Almost Functional 40K. Here today with Grotmas, day 11. Um, only one detachment today, the Librarius Conclave for Space Marines. We did have the field manual and the data slate drop. I did make videos on those if you want to check those out. But right now, let's go ahead and jump into this detachment. So psychic disciplines. At the start of the battle round, select one of the following psychic disciplines. Until the end of the battle round, that psychic discipline is active and its effect applied to all Adeptus Astartes Psyker units from your army. It doesn't say they can only be used once per battle, so it looks like you can use these multiple times. So Biomancy adds 2 inches to the move characteristics of model in the unit. This is only for units, Psyker units, so it'd be units you've attached Librarians to, because I don't think there's any regular Marine units that are specifically Psyker without a character attached to them. So anyway, so those units get 2-inch plus 2 to their move characteristics in Biomancy. In Divination, they can reroll a hit roll and a wound roll of 1. Pyromancy, models in this unit targeted within 12 inches improve the AP the attack by 1. All right, so plus 1 AP within 12 inches. Telekinesis, each time a range attack targets this unit, subtract 1 from the strength of that attack. And then telepathy, each time a modelless unit makes an attack, you can ignore any or all modifiers to that attack's weapon skill or ballistic skill characteristic, and or any or all modifiers to the hit roll. All right, that's nice. These are some nice abilities, and the fact that you can double up on them, you could use telepathy all 5 turns if you wanted. And so you will use one every turn just because it's not like the doctrines where, oh, I don't want to use it up, I need to save it. If you need one unit to have this ability this turn, you can pop it because you can pop it again another turn. So I do like that about it. It is going to force people to want to take a lot more librarians attached in the units. So you might not be taking as many captains or lieutenants or chaplains or judicars. So this is going to make a really, really interesting list, which is nice. This is the first really, really like unique detachment I've seen so far. A lot of the other ones are copying stuff. This one looks like it's kind of really out there in its own thing. So probably take a minute for people to really flesh this one out. But I think there is some potential here, but it really changes a lot of the way you build your Marine list. Next, we have Adeptus Astartes. Well, this is enhancement. So Prescience, Adeptus Astartes Psyker model only, excluding Terminator models. Once per turn, when an enemy unit ends a normal advance or fallback move within 9 of the bear's unit, the bear's unit can make a normal move of up to D6 or 6 inches instead if Divination is active. This one is Celerity. Psycho model only, the bear's unit is back. Depending on how you build your list, that's a decent enhancement. Obfuscation, Adeptus Astartes Psyker model only. Enemy units cannot use the fire overwatch strategy to shoot at the bear's unit. And if telepathy is active for your army, the bear's unit cannot be targeted by ranged attacks unless the attacking model is within 18 inches. That's really nice. I like that one. Fusillade, Adeptus Astartes Psyker model only. Ranged weapons equipped by models in the bear's unit have anti-monster 5 and anti-vehicle 5. If you're in Pyromancy, you get sustained hits 1. And all the time you add 6 inches to the range of those weapons. Oh no. All right, so if Telekinesis is active, you get +6 range. If Pyromancy is active, you get sustained hit 1. The rest of the time you get anti-monster vehicle, anti-monster, anti-vehicle 5+. All right, put that on like a Terminator squad with some assault cannons or something to get the dev wounds easier. Yeah, because it's only ranged weapons, so it wouldn't help with like thunder hammers or anything. That one's solid. Next, we have the stratagems. We have sensory assault. Command phase, one Adeptus Astartes Psyker unit from your army. Select one enemy units within 18 inches and fizzle with a 1 Psyker model in your unit. Until the start of your next turn, that enemy unit is pinned. While the unit is pinned, subtract 2 from that unit's move characteristics, subtract 2 from their charge rolls made for it. In addition, if the telepathy is active, they have to take a battle shock at -1. All right, that's solid. -2 move and charge within 18. That could really All right, I like that. That's good. Iron Arm fight phase. One of Astartes infantry unit from your army within 18 inches of one or more Adept Astartes Psyker model from your army that has not been selected to fight this phase. Till the end of the phase, add 1 to the strength of melee weapons equipped by models in your unit, or 2 if Biomancy is active. All right, so +1 strength. Not quite as good as +1 wound, but in certain situations, if it takes you to a 4 up or a 3 up or a 2 up, if you're right at that break point, it can help. Um, +2 will get you there a lot more often. Armor Contempt, -1 AP. We do know they fixed this in the data slate to only work for 1 activation. So when a unit shoots you, you pop it. Once that unit's done shooting you, you lose it. You no longer keep it for the whole phase. All right, then we have Assail. Shooting phase, 1 of starting Psyker unit from your army that is eligible to shoot. Select 1 enemy unit within 18 inches, invisible to 1 or more Psyker models in your unit, excluding units with the Lone-Off ability, then roll 66, adding 1 to the result if telekinesis this was active for your army, each 4+ mortal wound. All right, so basically, this is a better grenade because it's 18 inches and you can get +1. All right, that's useful. I like Assail. Fiery Shield, fight phase, just your enemy unit has its targets. One of the infantry or mounted unit from your army within 18 inches of 1 or more friendly depth starting Psyker models. That was selected as a target of 1 or more attacking units' attacks. Till the end of the phase, each time an attack targets your unit, subtract 1 from the hit roll. And if Pyromancy Discipline is active for your army, weapons that target unit have the hazardous ability. Ooh, this is nice. I like this. Especially as Space Wolf player, it affects mounted. Throw some Psychers into your Thunderwolf army. Obviously, they can't join the Thunderwolf unit, but if they're near them, actually, if they're within 18 inches of them, you can make people hazardous for trying to shoot them. Then we have Prescient Precision. Your shooting phase, 1 of the starting Psyker unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase. Till the end of the phase, each time a model unit makes an attack that has the lethal hits ability, and they ignores cover ability as well if the divination discipline is active for your army. All right, so you gain lethal hits for your, let's see, each time your shooting phase. So ranged attacks gain lethal hits and also ignore cover if you're in divination. All right, so I think this can be a really good attachment. I do think there's going to be a bit of a skill gap here. I think this is going to be something that takes a really good player to play. Um, Planning out when to activate which discipline and stuff like that, and layering your buffs to make sure people within ranges of everything, and just getting your mind around building a whole new type of Marine list, dropping all sorts of characters you used to take for these new characters. Because I'm assuming you want to take 2 to 3 Psychers in this list at minimum. Otherwise, there's no real point taking it. But you could run up to 4 to 5 Psychers in this list and attach them to all your units. So I think this will be a decent detachment, but I do think it will perform. It won't perform well for below average players. I would say people who aren't good at planning their turns out really far ahead. What's going to happen on their opponent's turn, so they know when to activate. So I don't think this is just a really, really well with this. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we will catch you next time.